I'm here to do my post. Pardon me. Um, I what I what I already knew before watching and reading the history of social work. By the way, the documentary was really interesting. I appreciate that. I also just really like documentaries. Um, but basically, what I kind of already knew was that social work had laid the groundwork to help with education, childcare, and public health. Two things predominantly surprised me being that um, one, the time period. Uh, I knew social work, you know, started a while ago, but I didn't realize how long ago. So that was surprising. Um, and the time period surprised me um, because, as I found out, a lot of women, which I'm proud of, um, laid the foundation and the groundwork for social work. So the time period that happened in really surprised me, just because women like Jane Addams and Mary Richmond really helped so much. Whole House was created, the charity organization society was created, but the time period is really what surprised me because during that time period, and when I say time period, I mean like the late, early to 1800s to like 1900s in there. Women didn't have the right to vote. We couldn't own property. We couldn't inherit property. We were the property of our husbands if we were married. Um, our role was basically to be a housewife, take care of her children. Education wasn't really readily accessible to us. We didn't really have any political power. So all of that ended up changing like 1870 with the Women's Property Act. And so all of that in conjunction with social work kind of being started around that time was really interesting and it surprised me. If I could pick any era or time period to go back to and um, be an advocate, I would probably go around about the time that Whole House was started, which was like the late 1800s, like 1880, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly, but I think that time was really interesting because of all the rights that we didn't really have. It was, we as women, all the rights that we didn't have, we were, building blocks, one right at a time. So I think it would be a really interesting time to be in, watch the growth, meet those women, because I would definitely want to pick their brains for sure. Um, and I would fight for women's rights, and then definitely probably see myself working at Whole House, um, and helping in any way I could, childcare, um, helping educate other women, getting the word out there, trying to bring in more people. I think that's something that I would very much do if I could go back to that time period and help. And I really watching the documentary and listening about these women. I mean, they were pioneers in their time in many different ways. And that really just kind of spoke to me as an individual because I definitely don't follow the norm. Um, so I think that would be a time period that I would work well in and be very opinionated in. So um, that's my post. I can't wait to see everybody else's and get some good discussion going. All All right. Thanks. Bye.